The daughter of a man killed by a hit-and-run driver cried in court today about losing her father.
She said her father would want his children to forgive Kenneth Connors. In a plea deal, Connors entered a guilty plea in court today for hitting Billy Watley on his bicycle and refusing to help him. Fox Sports' Alex Boyer joins us now with more on what happened in court. Alex.
Yeah, that's right. And Connors had to listen to that emotional testimony given by one of the daughters of the man that he killed. Alyssa Watley spoke directly to Connors, who did not appear to show any outward emotion as he listened to her tearful words. Still, the Watley family says that they feel like now they do have some measure of closure.
You took the father that he could have been 10 to 15 years from now.
An emotional victim impact statement from one of the daughters of a cyclist killed by a hit-and-run driver in southeast Dallas last September.
We lost our dad, but he would have wanted us to forgive you.
On Monday, 29-year-old Kenneth Connors III pleaded guilty to multiple charges, including accident involving death, drug possession, and unauthorized use of a vehicle. The judge accepted the plea bargain agreement and sentenced him immediately. Investigators say Connors ran over 45-year-old Billy Watley, who was riding his bicycle along Kleberg Road. Grainy surveillance video from that date showed a white SUV hit Watley from behind. He was thrown into the grass and died from his injuries. Dallas police said that video showed Connors get out of the car before leaving the area without helping. Connors and his vehicle were found days later. The Watley sisters spoke outside the courtroom after Connors was taken away in handcuffs and into the custody of the Dallas County Sheriff. He did not make any statement.
It's aggravating, really. It sucks that he had no one to spend his last moments with. At least someone could have been there for him. And the reason he ran is because he had priors. My dad was an ex-criminal. He had priors as well, and he still wouldn't have left another human being to die on the side of the road.
The sisters say they are satisfied with the 7-year sentence and are eager to put this nightmare behind them. They say they hope Connors comes out of prison a better man.
And he seemed pretty remorseful, and it doesn't seem very likely that he's going to go out and do it again or hurt anybody else. But you have to kind of just let it go eventually, kind of just let God take over and let it run its course.
And Connors did not have any family in court for sentencing today. Now, his attorney did not speak with reporters after the sentencing, but in court today, he told the judge that his client wanted to take full responsibility for his actions, which is why he ultimately decided to plead guilty. The Watley sisters tell me that's the best they could have hoped for. Back to you.
Alex, thank you.